everybody, welcome to my kitchen. This is actually my own kitchen here in Mishawaka, Indiana. My name is Amy. I'm Kitchen Centsability, and what we try to do here is teach people how to utilize the resources they have in the kitchen to make delicious food for themselves and for their family, and at the same time saving an awful lot of money, because I'm sure, as you all know, you go to carry out, you go to a restaurant, your favorite restaurant, you spend a lot of money. So we're going to try to save some money while making a really healthy meal, keeping you home with your family, and making some really delicious food. Lots of times, because I'm a single person, I focus on how single people can economically cook for themselves. Because a lot of people don't cook for themselves because they think it's too much of a bother just to cook for one person. But I'm going to show you that that's not the case. So tonight, I'm going to run over here and get my pork chops. Actually, the pork ribs. Tonight, I'm going to do some country pork ribs with sauerkraut and a real fast homemade applesauce to go with it. So I've got here on my plate some cardamom, some freshly ground fennel seed, some salt, pepper, and garlic powder. What I'm going to do is just combine those together, season up 2 of our country ribs, start getting them browned in the Dutch oven, and then we're going to add the sauerkraut and a can of beer and let that cook for a while. And I'll meet you back here after I get going to show you how we're progressing. And by the way, 4 of these country style ribs were $4.93. I'm only going to use 2 of them tonight, so we've got our main course for about $2.50 plus a can of sauerkraut, which is about $1. So we've got about $3.50 going on our main course right now, and I'll meet you back in just a couple of minutes to see how I'm progressing. Stay where you are. Okay, hi everybody, I'm back. I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek at our country style pork ribs, which are browning in my Dutch oven. See them in there? I seasoned them with some fresh ground fennel, some cardamom, salt, pepper, garlic powder. They're going to brown on both sides. Then I'm going to add a bottle of beer and some sauerkraut, and I'll be back to show you how we're progressing in a couple of minutes. These 2 pork spare ribs that I did not use are going into the freezer for use on another night. Okay, stand by. Okay, welcome back. So we've got our pork country ribs browned on both sides, seasoned up, and a can of sauerkraut and a bottle of beer has been added. So you can see that bubbling away. We've got that brought up to the boil. I'm going to turn that all the way down to low so it simmers. I'm going to put a lid on it, and we're going to let that go for about an hour and a half or so. I'll check it every so often to make sure there's enough liquid in there. The next thing we're going to do is move on to the easy applesauce. So I'm going to go ahead and get those apples peeled, sliced up, get them in a pot, and then I'll join you back as soon as that's all done to tell you about the spices and how easy that applesauce really is to prepare. So hang on, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and I have 2, in this pot here, 2 Fuji apples that I have diced up. We put a little pat of butter, about a half of a tablespoon. We have a quarter of a lemon that I zested, squeezed, and then plopped the rind right in there with the apples. I'll fish that out later. I'd say a tablespoon of sugar, a pinch of salt, and then we filled that just to the top of the apples with water, added a tablespoon of flour, and you can see that it's just starting to come to a bubble. In just a minute, I'm going to turn that down to a simmer and cover that and let that go for about a half an hour until it comes to the consistency that you like. My pork and sauerkraut is back here simmering. We'll let you take a peek at that. And I'll be back in touch with you when everything is finished so I can show you the final plated version. Thanks, and stay tuned. Okay, so we've completed our country pork spare rib, sauerkraut, homemade applesauce meal. Let me grab my plate here. Here's the finished product. This is actually my dinner that I'm going to eat in about 30 seconds when I'm finished talking to you. We have our pork spare ribs braised with the beer and the sauerkraut. We have our homemade applesauce. And I actually have here just one single red new potato boiled for about 20 minutes, smashed up with just a little bit of butter, salt, and pepper. So we've got a delicious, healthful meal that cost us about $4. So, I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be back every evening or so to teach you what to do in the kitchen. If you're in the Mishawaka area, please feel free to contact me, and I'll be happy to come teach you how to make sense of your kitchen. And also, check my blog out, kitchensensibility.blogspot.com, and also feel free to email me with any questions that you have, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Thanks, and I'll see you soon. Bye!